I'm posting pretty late, but it's the night before Pesach, Passover, and things are intense as we go into the preparation for this. And some things have really come together in terms of the writing that I've been doing and sharing on here, and working in my professional capacity with teens who decided that they would like to create a Seder for themselves, not on the traditional nights, but afterwards. And as a result, they put together a special Hagaddah, the program that we use to tell the story that goes through the different steps of the order of the Seder. So I helped the teens with this project, especially one in particular, and she did an incredible job. I want to give her a shout out, local teen in Tucson, Bella Wexler. So we partnered in many ways to put this Hagaddah together, and I incorporated some of the writings that I've been doing for the daily practice into this Hagaddah, and tonight I made this Hagaddah available on my website and Facebook and everything, for people who want to use it for their Seder tomorrow night, which it's really an incredible Hagaddah. We called it the Wicked Child's Hagaddah, or I'm calling it, and they're using a little bit of a different name, the Wicked Child's Hagaddah, wrestling with Passover and the shadow of COVID-19. So sometimes things come together to produce something larger. So I want to read one selection, keeping with my daily practice of reading some of my writing. So this is one selection that I included in the Hagaddah. There's a part in the Seder that is the four children. There's 4 different children that are responding to how to be Jewish, really, or in response to the Passover. How do we celebrate Passover? So there's a wise child who's into all the details and really excited about doing everything. The wicked child who's like, what's this that you're doing? And excluding him or herself. And then there's the simple child saying, what is this? And the child who doesn't even know how to ask a question. And there are responses to each one. The responses are quite interesting. So that's the traditional 4 children. And I adapted this to apply to the times that we're in now, of what are the different types of responses to this current crisis of COVID-19. So blessed is the place as we seek comfort in our grief. There are 4 children who are responding to Passover within the shadow of the coronavirus. The wise child asks, how do we respond during this crisis? How do we support our communities, develop mutual aid groups, protest working conditions for employees who are risking their lives, create daily practice exercises and support groups for everybody to be nurtured by internally? You should respond to this child. Continue to be involved in every aspect of society. May God give you the strength and wisdom to bring healing to our communities. The wicked child asks, how do we even celebrate Passover in the midst of chaos? You should respond to this child, you are absolutely right. This makes no sense. May you always see the chaos and reflect it back for all of us to see the pain in our broken world. We must not simply go through these Passover rituals in a superficial way. If our Seder can't respond to the chaos, it's meaningless. So continue on your journey, asking those tough questions. The simple child asks, "Why are we still separated from one another?" You should respond to this child, "We love our friends and family very much. We show our love during this time by staying away from one another so we don't spread the virus." The one who doesn't know how to ask, you should respond to this child, "We all don't really know how to respond in such times like these that we have never experienced before, but we continue to be with one another and we'll get through it together." So that's sort of a rough version. I cleaned it up when I put it in the Hagaddah. And just I want to end with gratitude for giving me the space to be able to create and have the inspiration to empower and strengthen others as they are responding and building community and their own internal resilience during this time. So with that, signing out.